So now we can begin to define the records of sales. So first of all, we look at every and each house. And for each house, we will define a local variable called the record. Because the record is an agent, so it's being an empty agent, we make it nobody. But remember, this is just a temporary. We will make it local variable. And under each house, we will hatch an agent called, we will hatch a breed, which is record breed. We just hatch one, okay? From house, hatch a record. The house needs a sale record. So under this record context, first of all, we will hide it because the record does not need a visual appearance. And then for the record, it has its own properties. And one of the properties is called the house. Okay, the record is about a house sales, so it has a property called the house. And myself refers to the house context, one of the house. So myself refers to that house. We can later inspect it to see whether it is the case or not. And then there is another property called the selling price under the record. The selling price is not for the record, the selling price is for the house. So it is myself, the house of sale prices, the sale prices of myself, which is the house. And finally, we have another property called the record. The record is a record, the record's real document. So the self refers to the record itself. So the self and myself are different. Myself refers to the house, self refers to the current record. Okay. We can test it with these two debugging code. As we can see, who is myself? Myself is a house. Who is self? Self is a record. That's right. No problem. Now let's come back. So the house, the record has been set. Now we come back to the context of the house. We continue to set the house property my realtor. We know that local realtors is also the house property, but this one is agent sets. We have many realtors inside this property. But my realtor is a realtor actually is going to sell this house for me. So my realtor is a single agent. It's one of the agents inside of this one. So we say set my realtor as one of the local realtors. There is once my realtor has been set, we can ask my realtor to do something. What it does, what we ask the realtor do is to save the current record into the sales list. As we know, the sales list is a property of any realtor. So we ask a realtor to save the current file into the realtor's property sale list. Okay, so this is what this line is doing, which is to save that record into the sales record. We can check this function to see exactly what it does. What it does is we have this temporary record, and we say, okay, make this temporary record into the first item of the sales list. And we save this new sales list to under the name sales. Okay, that's what we do. So this way, we have saved the record, the sale record, into the sales list under the realtor. This is about the house. By the way, if you forget, before we create a record and save the record into the list for the realtor, we can ask all the realtors to set up its other properties. We ask the realtors to set up this this property called sales. The sales is a list for saving different sale records. And we can set the realtor's property my houses. My houses are the houses which the realtor are dealing with. So the houses must share some common properties. That is, all the houses named as my houses for the realtor must be the houses whose local realtors include these realtors. This myself refers to the realtor we are talking about. And this realtor should be a member of the local realtors for the house, because this realtor are responsible for selling these houses. Therefore, this realtor's name must be under the local realtors of this house, because the local realtors is the property of the house, and this local realtors has many realtors inside, and this realtor must be one of the realtors inside these local realtors. Therefore, we can say these houses are the realtors' my houses. And since we got all the houses under the territory of the realtor, we can set the average price of the realtor's houses to be my houses, sale prices, median value. So that's how we define the realtor's properties.